Alrighty everyone, welcome back to the Combustion Farmer YouTube channel and the Indiana Chicken Farmer. We're back here in Indiana and quite a bit has changed in just a few weeks. So we've got ourselves some work to do in the fields, get that finished up, but we also have a brand new chicken coop built and ready to go for chickens. We just gotta be able to get some chickens brought in and stuff, but we'll get to that in just a second. We also got ourselves a brand new silo. It's not super duper impressive or a lot of stuff, but it'll do enough to hold some stuff so we can just be able to harvest, bring it right here, and then we can always cart whatever we need over to the sell points and be able to get that wheat or stuff on its way, and then also be able to have whatever left, be able to be here and feed the chickens. So we got that all nice and taken care of. So we've got a family in the town that just moved in. They actually want to start farming. So main reason, as you know guys, I took on this whole job, started working here, was because the city wanted somebody to actually put some work in and farm this land versus just letting it go off and become a solar farm, because they weren't wanting that. They wanted some actual productivity happening on this farm property rather than useless solar farms that don't do anything. Honestly, they just, yeah, they don't. So anyways, but that's the main reason why I took this on. So now there's a family in town. They actually want to do the farming, and so the city's like, hey, you know what, if you don't want to do it anymore, we got this family that actually wants to farm here. So I'm actually working on getting that all signed over to them, because you know what, I took it on as a fun side project, but there are some other things that I want to go do, and so we will be basically, this is probably going to be the last video on the farm, but yeah, we're going to get that all signed over and stuff, and the family's going to end up taking over once they get stuff done around here. So I'm going to let them figure out how many chickens they want to raise and stuff, so that's going to be done by them. All of my leased pieces of equipment, I got to get that back to the shop. So obviously, like the Case IH and stuff, that's going to go. I'm going to go ahead and leave any of the farm equipment that came with it. That's going to stay. So obviously, like the Case IH, I'm also going to leave them my fertilizer, because that'll be a good little side project for them to be able to take care of. House and everything, that's all done. Luckily, I didn't really unpack that much, so that'll make it pretty easy to move on out. So that'll work out good. But you know what? We still got work to do before all that gets done. So let's hop into the tractor and let's take a look at what we got. So what we have going on is right on over here. I have a test plot for some different programs with Pioneer, the seed company, so we can actually try some different seeds and whatnot. So I got that set up, so luckily the family will be able to take that on once everything switches over. But basically they wanted to try some different seeds for wheat and whatnot anyways, so luckily the family will be able to take care of that. As I said, we do need to come through and fertilize. Got some fertilizer lined up at the shop, and we got a lot plowed up, and we got this whole field conjoined together, so all that's been taken care of. So test plot, so we're actually going to get paid. We got the seed for free. We have to give about I forget what the amount is, basically 10% of what we harvest from this little field we have to give back to Pioneer so they can check out stuff, and then the rest we get to sell and whatnot. So pretty cool. So let's go ahead, get that load on down, and we're gonna start cultivating this field here real quick. So luckily getting this all put together and whatnot with the one field into, or two fields into one, ended up being pretty easy. So I was actually pretty impressed by that. Get my cultivator up here. But now all we gotta do is get this all nice and cultivated in the spots that we haven't gotten done yet, and then what we gotta do is get the fertilizer down, and then I got some stuff obviously to finish up around here, just equipment wise. We won't put you through all of that, but we do need to get all of our equipment returned and whatnot. So we'll get that done later on. But yeah, not to kind of wrap up here as I'm getting all this done. Lot to keep track of. Make sure I get all the equipment that's supposed to actually go back. So we don't want to leave any equipment and have payments that we have to make because we didn't return it on time. So don't want to do that. One thing that I found out, so I was having some trouble with the left front. It seemed like it was really like grinding and being rather resistant. So took that into the shop. They found out that the wheel bearing and the hub, that had not been greased or maintained by the previous leasee. So yeah, luckily they gave me a discount on the maintenance because they had to totally redo the hub and everything. But luckily that's all been fixed, which is super nice. It drives a lot better now. So I only had to pay 220 bucks on the maintenance, and then they paid for all the parts and everything. It's kind of a weird setup how the whole lease works, but you know what? I don't have to pay that much every month, and I don't have to have my own tractor that I have to pay parts on and maintenance, so it works out pretty good. So, but luckily that got fixed. I didn't have to pay a whole lot of money, and the tractor's driving so much better now. And also, I apologize for being a bit congested. With all this plowing, it kicked up a lot of dust, and I think I got a little bit of a sinus infection going on from all the dust that I got up there, so I'm having to do some nose sprays and whatnot to get that taken care of. But anyways, yeah, nice to have a tractor that actually works. So we'll be returning this. I gotta check my lease list and make sure I have all the stuff on it and I know what to return. But we'll get to that a bit later. But yeah, gonna get this all nice and cultivated in the spots that we have currently in the plowed state, and then once we get that done, we'll take some stuff back to town and pick up ourselves some fertilizer, and we'll go ahead and get this field taken care of again. So kind of send the drone up and let you watch from there, but it shouldn't take us too long to get this done, I hope. But drone footage, let's go. Alrighty guys, so we got the field all nice and cultivated up, so all that's nice and taken care of. So we're going to go and grab ourselves some of that fertilizer here. So we'll go ahead and get ourselves backed up to our trailer, and what we're going to take is we're going to take the skid steer that we been using, and we're going to return that and the implements and go ahead and get that taken on back to the shop. We're going to pick up, as I said, that fertilizer and whatnot, and also one other quick little thing we're going to pick up as well, which is for the chicken farm itself. Bought that, and we'll go ahead and add there we go. And we'll add that into the price for setting the farm. That's going to be a new chicken feed cleaner. So we had the original cleaner. We ended up returning that as that was leased. And what we're going to do is we're going to get this up onto the trailer here. Nice, easy, nice and easy. Put this right at the front. There we go. Go pick up our other implements, get those attached. Yeah, so we're going to be picking up some bags of fertilizer. We're going to go ahead and go over the field and whatnot. And then we also have, as soon as I get this thing spinning around, there we go. Then we got the new chicken feed cleaner, so we can run through the building and whatnot, be able to clean. So obviously I got that before the family moved in. And the city was like working on the deal with us and stuff, so but yeah, we'll be able to add that on to the deal for them to be able to buy, and I already have that one piece of equipment, which will be pretty sweet for them, that's for sure, because it'll make it a lot easier to be able to clean, as it has a much higher capacity to be able to pick up stuff. Then they can be able to dump that later on as well. So it's a pretty cool little machine, brand new, and should be pretty fun. So we'll bring it back once we get to the shop, and we'll get ourselves some fertilizer and pick up a brand new piece of machinery, which I'm not even going to get to use. It's kind of sad, honestly. Bought a brand new piece of machinery, I'm not even going to use it. That's interesting. Anyways, see you at the shop. Alright guys, so we got the brand new cleaner. We got ourselves the brush there. We also have a floor scraper, so it's got like a rubber Ouija type compound there, so you can kind of scrape anything that might be stuck on the floor. And so yeah, really nice little cleaner, and as you can tell, a lot more capacity than our previous little cleaner. So this thing should do the new family pretty good, I'd say. So we got to get it back to the farm, obviously, but it looks pretty good. So got all of the stuff turned skid steer wise. So we also got a few other things we'll have to return, but we'll do that a little bit later on. So got the train coming, so no need to hurry. But anyway guys, that is what we got going on. We'll get back to the farm and do some fertilizing. Yeah, this thing drives pretty good, a lot quicker too, 12 miles an hour. So we'll go ahead and get it parked inside the chicken shed here. And it is ready to go for whenever they need to use it. But yeah, sweet little thing. And Emily, I like it. Anyway, so let's see, we're going to get ourselves some fertilizer loaded up into our fertilizer. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the leased tractor. I don't want to use the tractor that came with the farm, because got it nice and cleaned up and everything fixed on it, so kind of want to just let it be and not really use it here. So we'll get the fertilizer hooked up to leased tractor. Alright, I got this thing filled up, so we're going to go ahead and pop up our fertilizing map here so we can see what we're doing. So let's go ahead and get ready to fertilize. We should be able to get this whole little field done in one pass, I should think. Let's see here. Oh yeah, look at that, nice and green looking. That's what we want to see. Go ahead and turn it off right there. And yeah, that field right there looks much better. So let's go ahead and get this all taken care of here. As you can kind of see, it was pretty red. So we'll see if that pops up again. Yeah, you can see this needs to be done quite a bit here. So go ahead and get going with our fertilizer. We should have this all nice and taken care of here in a bit. But yeah, look at that, much better on the levels. Like that might be a little bit heavy, but as you can see, it's pretty. We don't have the pH levels on the nitrogen where we need them, so this should help out a great deal, I would imagine. Yeah, that looks much better. So got that covering over here, and that's looking much better there on the map. I like that very much. Alright, let's go ahead and turn it around. There we go. Yeah, look at that. That is much better looking on this field. So, cool. That's exactly what we wanted. I think we also need to put down some lime as well, but we're probably not going to worry about that right now. But, yeah, we'll get this field done. Test field's already where we need it. We can probably do some sampling just in case, because we've got to do a few more, tests and whatnot on the test plot for Pioneer and whatnot before the family moves in. Then we'll get them up to date, of course, on all the stuff they need to do to keep the Pioneer deal going. Because definitely want to help Pioneer out with some seeds. Sounds like a pretty cool thing. Alright, let's turn right there. There we go. And we should be getting this nice and covered. It's looking much, much better at it, that's for sure. You can see that on the map. Looks much better. Got a little bit of dark green in some areas, but it definitely needed a good fertilize. That's for sure, because those levels are pretty low. So we'll get all this nice and covered up, and then we'll go ahead and get some more stuff, take it on down to the shop to get that returned, leased items that is, and then we will see where we go from there. Just got to get this one spot right here done, and we are basically good to go. As you can see, it looks much, much better there on our fertilizing map. So certainly like how that's taken. Looks really good. There we go. Turn the fertilizer off. Yeah, that looks really, really good. I like that. Okay, so got that all nice and taken care of there, and we will get this fertilizer put back into place. So let's see. We got to check out what else we have on our leased items. We'll go ahead and get the last bag of fertilizer filled up here, and then we should be good. Alright guys, so we got the plow here that we're taking back, and then we also got the cultivator that we got to put back. So let me go ahead and get this looked at here so we can get this loaded up on the trailer. We'll go ahead and put that towards the back here, hopefully. There we go. It's kind of on there. And we'll grab the cultivator and back that up, and we'll take both of those on down to the shop and return those. So we might work out a deal, obviously, with the family, get them some used equipment and whatnot. So we might do that. So we'll have to kind of see what all we end up doing there. But yeah, we'll definitely take a look at that. Should be able to. There we go. And we got that all nice and loaded up. So what we got is forage wagon that we're taking back, and then also, yeah, just the forage wagon actually. So forage wagon, that's all we got to take on back. So sweet. Go ahead and hook that up to the trailer here. And there we go. That's all ready to go. Weight and everything. So all that we'll be able to go back here a little bit later on. Alright, so we'll be returning the trailer that we got, and we'll be returning these implements, and then of course I'll drive back and drive the tractor on down with the forage wagon. But basically that is all that we have to do on the farm. So we got all that nice and taken care of. So definitely like how everything's worked out, and this field should definitely do a lot better once planted. So definitely look forward to hearing from the family, hearing what they end up doing with the place. But I think it'll be definitely a fun place with the chickens and whatnot with their kiddos, and they should have a lot of fun farming, hopefully. And also just nice to have a local family in the town actually running the local farm. So that's going to be kind of cool. So anyways guys, that's going to be it here. Obviously I got to move out of the house and whatnot, but all that's going to take a little while until that whole deal is through. But I definitely am very appreciative that you guys came along to watch me kind of figure out what I was doing farm wise, and definitely had a lot of fun learning as I went. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and once again gonna kind of miss being out here, but got some things I wanted to try out and do, so we're gonna end up going and doing some of those. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching the Indiana Chicken Farmer in Griffin, Indiana, and we'll see you guys here next time on the Combustion Farmer YouTube channel. as we got more stuff coming up. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.